north of the border in Toronto. The setting for the Suns. One of the greatest scorers this game has ever seen, Kevin Durant. He'll be adding to that all-time points ledger as they prepare to do battle at Scotiabank Arena. Suns, Raptors, coming right up. Welcome fans to 2K Sports and month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. Taking a look at Phoenix, they've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
Here we go. And you know, for the Raptors, they just haven't looked like themselves of late. Trending down in the rankings, not what they want to see happen.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. They've got Herbert Jones. Porzingis is out there with insanity. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's KD in at small forward. And for Toronto, they've got Slim. Flag is out there at Paul George. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Embiid in at the 5, down low. And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
So well-deserved. And look, prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A 3-level elite scorer. Embiid is owning the offensive glass right now, using his size to dominate it.
Finds Porzingis. Now, Nembhard. Inside. It's picked off. It's up a 3. The shot misses. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. 4-point game. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
And stolen by Flag. Here's Slim. And the 3 off target. And here are the Suns now. Looking for their first basket of the game. To stop the drought. And it's Durant laying it in.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
George with the bounce pass. Here's Flag. Nice defense from KD.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Goes back up. And insanity gets it to go.
Well, that's just a mistake on defense. No one got a body on it.
Here is Slim. Some hard covering. Break in the middle of a season like this. What possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. Suns trail by 4. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Durant. Down low, pocket 6.
Smart play there by Durant. Uses the pick and roll to break up the defense and create one for his team.
Porzingis against George. And Jim, this is year 2 of that 4-year, $211 million contract for Paul George.
And when he's been healthy, Kevin, he has shown himself to be one of the best swingmen in the game. But now he's in his mid-30s, and this can be the point where players often start to wear down.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George is the consummate professional. Some nights he's the alpha, and then some nights he can understand he has to take on a secondary role.
Insanity can't get it to go. Toronto leading by 4. Here is Slim. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, the defense has to push Embiid farther away from the rim. You can't make the game this easy for him.
Porzingis sets the pick for Nembhard. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Thompson for 3. Nembhard grabs the board.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Durant with a wide open look. Gets an open look and hits. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
And the defense has to be aware of KD at all times, especially when he's hovering around that mid-range.
Here's Nembhard. It's tipped. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Well, a chance to check out some stats for him.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
Hartenstein's checked in for Embiid. George with the bounce pass. From the high post. And it's flag missing. Phoenix is gone 0-2 from deep here. Durant against George. So they take the lead. KD's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's George. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Hartenstein with the screen on Porzingis. Shot to stop the run.
Well, he's a big guy, but he's also very athletic. Hartenstein playing well above the rim.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Guys?
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. And the Raptors making a change here. Ivy's checked in. Here's Hartenstein, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Toronto. Clark, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Marshall in for Flag. And Phoenix also making a switch. Black's checked in. And Insanity picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Rizachet checked in. Jerome, he's checked in for Phoenix. Rizachet with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. To the inside. Here's Hartenstein.
That is tough action to stop. Hartenstein is a great screener and mobile enough to make you pay.
Porzingis sets the pick for Jerome. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Jerome against Ivy. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Pass to Thibault. Here's Insanity. He's covered by Clark. And Insanity gets it to go.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Clark outside. Here's Ivy. Clark a screen on Jerome. Ivy passes to Clark. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
And the Suns making a change here. Curry's checked in. That one misses for Clark. And before his untimely injury, Jaden Ivey, Greg, was blossoming in his third season.
Yeah, his shooting touch showed tremendous improvement. Great to see him back on the court, and still plenty of time to deliver on his potential.
Now, here's Ivey. He has yet to score. Shot clock at 5. And again, no good by Toronto.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Outside Curry. From past the arc. Rebound by Marshall.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Clark outside. Back to Ivy. Three-pointer. And Curry pulls it down.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Puts it up from 15, and the shot is good.
Anytime you get an easy shot in this league, your confidence level goes up. That's exactly what happened there.
Ivy, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. And so Curry will bring it up for the Suns. They trail by 1. Black, no good.
Those are the ones you definitely have to make. Sometimes there's just enough defense to make a miss.
Toronto working the ball around now. 1:35 left to play in the first. And it's Ricochet missing. Phoenix has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Jerome passes to Curry. Pass to Insanity. Can't hit from in close.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Hartenstein. In the corner, Ivy with it. Here's Curry. And the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
The shot by Ivy, no good.
He is just struggling right now to find his way and trying to regain his confidence.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up. That's going to send Seth Curry to the line. That one on Ricochet. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Ivy. Still without a basket. No good, unable to end this run.
And his team really being impacted by the fact that nothing is falling for him right now.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Seth Curry taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Curry. And both free throws good for Curry. Ivy against Jerome. Now Ivy. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Suns on top as they end the first quarter with a 13-4 run. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Suns.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Slim is out there with Thompson. Then it's Flag. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's George in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. And the first one at the line is good. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
And it's Flag missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
George against Curry. Porzingis is double. That one goes in. Porzingis has got 7.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jones against George. Pass to Flag. Now here's George. 6 on the shot clock. That shot off the mark. Suns leading by 9. Here's KD. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. To the middle. The shot by George, no good. The possibility here of pushing their lead to double digits.
And mentally, I think it makes this an even bigger edge.
Here's Nembhard. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Jones the best to Nembhard. It's Clark with the rebound.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Down low, stolen by Durant. Curry on the wing. Pass to Nembhard. Outside, Jones. And here is Curry. He's covered by Thompson. For the 3. Durant, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And they continue to control the glass.
Outside Curry. Nembhard sets the pick for Curry. It's good from long range. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for Phoenix.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And here's George for 3. And again, no good by Toronto. Suns have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. That's to Porzingis. Now Kevin Durant. Curry on the wing. Over Thompson. Curry can't get it to go. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Flag, Clark right side. And again, no good by Toronto. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And George hits the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Toronto.
Number 21, Joel Embiid.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Durant. Over George. Good on the baseline J. Durant's got 8 points.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. With this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Kevin Durant, 3rd.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
And here are the Raptors now. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. George passes to Embiid. Embiid with the screen on Durant. Got a piece of it. Porzingis with the steal. Curry looking it over. Right side, Porzingis. Embiid with the steal. George with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. George passes to Slim. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Swiped away. Here is Slim, defended by Durant. To the paint. Here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Stats for Slim. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's getting around 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
You want to be a successful team in this league, you need to find someone that you can feed the ball to and count on to score.
Stolen by Jones. Curry on the wing. Outside, KD. Outside, Porzingis. 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Jones, no luck.
Well, that's a look you rarely see him miss.
Thompson against Curry. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Now here's Durant. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Goes up on the wing. Good on the jump shot. Durant's got 10 points.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Changes here for the Raptors. Zachary Rizichet comes in for Flag. And Ivy subbed in for Klay Thompson. And for the Suns, Insanity comes in for Porzingis. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Seth Curry. Raptors trail by 18. Pass to Rizichet. Ivy with a screen for Rieseshen. And the Raptors miss again.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity, and he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Kevin, back to you.
Truly the love for the game. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting.
Come to me, come to me.
Nembhard, the pass to Jones. Pass to Durant. Jacks up a three. They get it again. The shot by Nembhard and nobody around. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
George passes to Slim. Back to George. And here's Ivy. Can they get it? Rebound by the Suns. Insanity's got 11 rebounds in the game. So nice to see Jaden Ivey back in action, Tim, after suffering that broken fibula last season.
Yeah, Kevin, he was just hitting his stride when he had a very difficult injury. In particular, he was upping his shooting percentage from the field. Now he's looking to continue that momentum.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Hartenstein comes in for Embiid, and it's Najee Marshall in for George. And for the Suns, Anthony Black's checked in for Durant, and it's Ty Jerome in for Andrew Nembhard.
And in nailing the three there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by the Suns.
Thibault, the pass to Jerome. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jerome's got 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Slim, good. Suns on offense. They're on a 19-5 run here. And here now is Thibault. Hasn't made one yet. Here is Slim. Pass to Ivy. Here is Slim, guarded by Jerome. Now Ivy. Marshall sets a screen for Ivy. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
To the right side. Here's Insanity. Takes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. Raptors trail by 19. Ivy passes to Hartenstein. A steal. Jerome with it. His last outing, he had 8 points.
Hey, yo, right here.
To the inside. Here's Insanity. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Well, and the bottom line is they just had too many unfavorable matchups. They could never find a lineup that worked.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Here's Slim. And again, Toronto no up.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Jones. He has 5. Inside, here's Insanity. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Hartenstein with a screen on Jerome. Buries the long-range jumper. And 12 points for Slim.
Well, starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
Now Jerome. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. To the paint. Here's Insanity. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Here is Slim. 12 points for him. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jerome passes to Black. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here is Slim. Defended by Thibault. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, easy call.
For Toronto, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And he makes the first. Good on both. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And get ready for the ILCS. And ladies and gentlemen, the floor, market by Arena Entertainment.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Toronto Raptors.
I give credit to their opponent, forcing shooters off their spots, making them uncomfortable.
Yeah, it looks like these guys came in unprepared for that.
Now let's change gears and talk a little bit about all-star voting.
Yeah, it's a tight group, man. I like how the NBA keeps the roster small. You want to see the best of the best out there.
The All-Star game, everyone wants to be there. Few get chosen for those two rosters. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, insanity has really been making it happen.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
Phoenix leading by 16. On the court for the Suns, Herbert Jones is out there with Nembhard. Then there's Insanity, and it's Durant, and it's Porzingis in at the power forward position. Now here's Porzingis.
And in the paint, Porzingis doesn't give the defense any opportunity there. He just stays aggressive and draws the foul.
The Suns have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Porzingis. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and re-space, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now. And I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
Ah, that's terrific.
You know what to do. You talked about adjustment. So let's execute.
And so here's Phoenix. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Jones. Outside Durant. Steps back and fires. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low, here's George. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, that makes his night a little bit easier when Paul George gets a look like that inside.
Nembhard, the pass to Jones, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Durant. Putting up about 24 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, his production is crucial to this team. They've sort of built around him, and it's why so many things all run through him.
Thompson passes to Slim. The 3 from George. It's hauled in by Insanity. Insanity's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And they pick up 2. KD's got 12 in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Here's flag. Scoreless thus far.
If any defense gives you that much cushion, you have to take that shot.
Outside, Porzingis. George against KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Slim passes to Embiid. Toronto working the ball around now. Slim, no good. Phoenix leading by 17. Pass to Nembhard. Back to KD. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Here is Slim. He's got 14. Over to the wing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite 2-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Checked in for Herbert Jones. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. Taking a look at Toronto. Right now they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches.
And when I look at Toronto, they haven't attracted any serious attention here in the early season. It's been the kind of average start that most had predicted.
Yeah, this is a team that has some talent, but they're still searching for that consistency night in and night out.
And Embiid drops them both. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that 3-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. Now here's Curry after the miss from Joel Embiid. Durant in the corner and stolen by Flag. Ahead for the finish. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 9. From downtown, another 3 for Phoenix.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
George. Nice D from Porzingis.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing. And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And something else I've liked has been their ball movement. Always finding the open guy with a better look. That is team basketball.
And now that we are witnessing the tail end of Kevin Durant's illustrious career, Tim, talk about his legacy.
Well, Kevin, without question, this is one of the all-time greats. Arguably the most effortless scorer the game has ever seen. Quite simply, he is one of one. Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Outside Durant. Here's Insanity, and he slams that one down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
And using that quickness to maneuver around the paint that time, what a play from Ivy.
Nembhard, the pass to Durant. Basket counts. And now it's up to 25 points for KD.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring. It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Here's Insanity, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Thompson outside. Back to Ivy. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Embiid sets the pick for George. Off target with his 3.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
To the inside. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And we mentioned Durant's scoring ability often, but they're showing how good of a passer he can be.
Ivy against Nembhard. Ivy kicks to George. From 13, and it's George again missing.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Embiid sets the pick for Flag. For 3. Great D that time from Durant. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Curry. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. 3 on 3. And again, Toronto no luck.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Now here's Durant. He's got 25. They get the rebound. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Here's Insanity. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Yeah, he continues to make plays and build momentum for his team.
Thompson with it, guarded by Curry. Here's Flag. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. At the top of the key, Curry. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Curry. Durant's got 17 points here in the second half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Beyond the arc. The shot by Ivy, no good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Phoenix. Outside, KD. Porzingis finds Durant. 4 on the shot clock. And KD throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
And again, Toronto no up.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Now here's Durant. He has 29. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Insanity, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. A new group in now for the Raptors. Hartenstein's checked in for Joel Embiid. Clark comes in for George. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Ivy. And it's Reza Shea in for Klay Thompson.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
1:35 left in the third quarter of the game. Flag with it. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Jerome with it. Now defended by Flag. Jerome passes to Black. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Suns third.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Slimmy's checked in for Flag. And Phoenix also making a switch. Herbert Jones, he's checked in for Seth Curry. Pass to Hartenstein. Here is Slim. They need this. Misses the layup. Now Jerome. Marshall defending. Jerome passes to put it down hard.
Watch out below.
Woo.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
I think everybody in here is in shock. In many ways, their team just hasn't shown up.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Reza Shea, still scoreless. Six to shoot. It's deflected. Now Black. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
First personal foul.
Raptors have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
At the line for Toronto, number 28, taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Phoenix ahead, delivering the blowout. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, the pass was so effective. Great job moving the ball with purpose.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Clark is out there with Plumlee. And then there's Zachary Riesesche. Then it's Topic, and it's Marshall in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And it's the Suns with the ball. Brandon Clark missing his last shot. Black in the post. Marshall defending. To the wing right side. Here's Riesesche. Back to Marshall. Just 5 to shoot. Topic, no good. Now Phoenix shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pulls up. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Jerome with it. To the middle. Here's Bible. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Riesesche.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
None better, Jim, than Matisse Thybulle on a steals per minute basis.
But what a nightmare if Matisse Thybulle has you guarded on a nightly basis. He's got a sixth sense for where the ball is going to be, a disruptor in every sense of the word. And remember, this is a former collegiate defensive player of the year.
He's a special player.
Shot. Sure is.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Here's Najee. Shot clock at 6. Topic, a three-pointer off the mark. And it's Phoenix's ball here in the fourth quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Back to Black. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Thursday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Jalen Brunson and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against Los Angeles, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Here's Topic. Phoenix grabs the... He's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Now, here's Looney. Pass to Curry. Rebound by the Raptors. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Najee. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen by Wilson. Now Curry. Back to Wilson. Curry is inside. Drops in the layup for 2. Curry's got 19 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Zeller. Here's Topic. Black defending. Topic no good.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Curry kicks to Black. Now, here's Looney. Clock at 6. Williams passes to Wilson. His three-pointer's off the mark. Toronto shooting a ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. Pass to Zeller. Here's Rizichet. Trying to get something going. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Hits the jumper in space.
He's got a nose for the bucket. Rizichet ready to go once he got it.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shots good by Topic.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Now, here's Curry. Williams, a screen on Gordon. And finished off by Williams.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
That one misses for Williams. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
So it's Phoenix now after Eric Gordon hit the 3. Insanity the pass to Nembhard. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. To the inside. Here's Insanity. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Pass to Nembhard. Back to Curry. Here's Insanity. He's defended by Hartenstein. Here's Insanity. Got a hand on it.
Yeah, no way. Not happening. Hartenstein denies it. The 7-footer getting it done defensively.
That one drops for him.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get them. High percentage at the rim.
Now, Nembhard. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their system.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
Here's Nembhard. Nobody near Williams. Good on the triple.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the 2-man game right there.
Rizichet with it. Black defending. Zeller setting the pick for Ivy. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Nembhard. Pass to Black. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
And here's Ivy. That one doesn't go. Nembhard, the pass to Kerr. Here's Nembhard. They set the pick to the paint. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Nembhard against Ivy. Here he goes. Count it. Ivy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
Outside Curry. Pass to Insanity. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Toronto. Marshall comes in for Gordon. And then for Phoenix, Porzingis, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Ty Jerome in for Seth Curry. .157 left in the fourth quarter. Nembhard's shot is good.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Now, here's Ivy. 6 to shoot. And again with the rebound.
And he's having as dominant a game on the boards as you'll ever see. He might set a new franchise record.
He's controlling this game with his rebounding alone. If he breaks the single-game record, he's setting a very, very high bar. Fires it up. Insanity can't get it to go. Toronto's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Insanity.
And he was tremendous on the glass tonight, controlling the boards and fighting for extra possessions.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. Ivy passes to Hartenstein. Now Reza Shea. Nembhard covering. Pass to Ivy. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Jerome. And again, no good by Toronto. And Phoenix has possession. And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. So it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Insanity.